I'm going to do a video today about something very personal to me. I'm doing a video on domestic violence. Domestic violence happens every 3 seconds in this country all the time. There is no way that we can honestly say that we don't know at least one person who's been a victim of this violence. Everybody you know, there out of all the people that you do know, there's at least one or more people that you know who have been a victim of domestic violence. Now, domestic violence doesn't just happen to women, it also happens to men. And people like to make fun of men who get abused by their spouses or their girlfriends or what have you. That's not a joke. Sometimes men are men and they won't hit women back. So they sit there and take that kind of abuse thinking, well, if I tell anybody about this, I'm going to get made fun of. People are going to think I'm some kind of like wuss or whatever. No, you're not. You're a man with morals and you didn't hit this woman back. I don't care if it's the mother of your children. I don't care if it's your best friend. I don't care if it's your girlfriend, your wife's mother. I don't care who it is. Nobody has the right to put their hands on you. And if you're a man and you're being abused by a woman, that's no different than a woman being abused by a man at all. The only difference is people look down on men for being abused by a woman because other guys will say, well, why didn't you hit her back? If she can hit you like a man, you should have hit her like a man. No, that doesn't solve anything, first of all. And if you have kids with this person, do you really want these kids to see you hitting your wife because she hit you back or your girlfriend? No. That's not the way you handle things. You need to leave that person alone. Now, women, if you are in a domestic violence situation, and what I mean by domestic violence is not necessarily arguing and fighting, not that kind of domestic violence, because everybody's going to have an argument because no two people are exactly alike. So if you're having arguments and fights, but nobody's putting their hands on each other, maybe you just need to go to therapy and figure out what it is that makes you guys argue and fight about each other. You could resolve your issues in a couples counseling. If you are in a relationship and a man is beating on you, degrading you, calling you names, putting you down emotionally, physically, you need to get rid of this guy before he kills you. And a lot of you out there will say, oh, well, he hit me once and he's sorry and he'll never do it again and he didn't mean to and all of this. Let me tell you something, okay? That is not true. If a man hits you once, he'll hit you again. If a man put his hands on you and whether he shoved you, pushed you, hit you, punched you in the face, that is not, oh, okay, he won't do it again. You have no guarantees of that. Now, I will tell you, I don't think as females we have the right to go up and just clock the hell out of our man and be like, oh, okay, well, you can't hit me back because I'm female. Like, that doesn't work. I'm sorry. If someone comes up and busts me in my face, I'm going to bust them in the face. I'm not going to just stand there and let somebody put their hands on me. That's just stupid. But if you're in a domestic violence relationship, people will often ask you, well, why didn't you hit him back? Why didn't you hit her back? Because a lot of times when you're in a domestic violence relationship, you're scared. Somehow this person has got the best of you and has scared you into fearing them being stronger than you. The fear that they could possibly kill you. The fear that they could take your children from you. Like maybe you'll be asleep and they'll leave with the kids. Or maybe you know that will kill you in your sleep. Domestic violence is not a joke, people. We need to have better laws in this country that save the victim. That's right. Save the victim. We have laws like when it was happening to me, I was getting beat on probably on an everyday basis for something. Whether it was, why did you say something smart to me? Or I heard you say that. Or just because you're drunk, that kind of thing. I mean, it was a bad situation. And it got to the point where I knew if I didn't do something about this, he was either going to kill me or I was going to kill him. That's just how things work. A person can't sit around and get beat on a daily basis and not expect that one of you won't get killed. The person who suffers the most in these kind of relationships is the children. The children suffer the most because they see this violence and they think, not only are they afraid, but they think that's normal. It's okay. Or why doesn't my mom or dad leave this person? You know, there is a such thing as love, but love doesn't put its hands on you. Love doesn't hit you with a baseball bat. Love doesn't hit you with a brick. Love doesn't scare the shit out of you to make you do what you want me to do. That is not love. That is control. And domestic violence is about control. It's about being in control of somebody, making them do what you want them to do, not letting them have any freedom to do what they want to do, not letting them make choices for themselves, not letting them set goals for themselves. You're like basically telling them you are in control. And the last time I checked, this is not a kingdom. You are not a king or queen. You do not control my movements, my emotions, and what I want to do. Some people will be so bad about this domestic violence that they will actually isolate people from their families. I hate your family. Your family is no good. Your family is this. Your family is that. And then if you go see your family, well, the kids won't be here when you get back. Or if you go see your family, then don't make me have to put you in your place. We go over to see my family. Don't make me have to pull you aside and let you know about yourself. This is the kind of things that go on in domestic violence relationships. Now, you may see a couple and you're like, oh my gosh, they're such a good couple. They're so cute and this and that. And then you're like, they're so happy. They're so good together. And then you kind of find out like later on, well, how come Mary hasn't been hanging out very much? Hey, Mary, you want to go out? Let's go get a cup of coffee. No, I can't. I'm just going to stay home. I don't feel good. Hey, Mary, do you want to meet up and go out to the bar and have a drink? No, I can't. I'm not feeling too good. I got to stay home with the kids. You know, Cliffy's going out and I got to stay home with the kids today. Oh, okay. Well, what are you guys doing for New Year's? You guys want to get together on New Year's? Well, I really don't go out for New Year's. You know, since I have a boyfriend or husband, I don't really feel comfortable going out because, you know, there's people might hit on me at the bar, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, when you feel like talking, give me a call. Okay, I'll call you this week. That's a sign of domestic violence. Always have an excuse for why you can't get together with your friends. Always have an excuse about why you don't want to go out. Another thing to look for if you have a friend or a family member in domestic violence. Bruises. A lot of times people think, oh, well, if you're in a domestic violence situation, you'll have bruises on your arms, your legs, your face. You'll have a black eye. You'll have bruises where people can see them. That is not always true. A true abuser doesn't want to put bruises on you where people can see them because he or she knows number one, that can get them put in jail. And somebody will notice that and notice the pattern, and that's why they isolate you. But that's why they also don't always put bruises on the surface where people can see them. Now, underneath the clothing where people can't see, there's bruises, like bruises on your back, bruises on your arms, up where your shirt sleeves cover. You may have bruises on your legs, your thighs, things like that. Being a victim of domestic violence, I also know the fear of domestic violence. The fear of when this person comes home, how are they going to act? Are they going to be drunk when they come home from the bar? They're going to want to start a fight. Oh, am I going to get punched in the face again today? Like, if I take my kids right now and this dude finds me, he's probably going to kill me when he finds me. You know, when I was a victim of domestic violence, I had 21 police reports in the city where I lived. From being harassed on the phone, threatened to climb through my window and kill me, threatened to kill me in front of my children, threatened to do a lot of different types of things. That's just in a nutshell. I got beat up for 45 minutes, got put in the hospital, had a bruise on my head the size of a baseball, had a bruise from my shoulder all the way down to my elbow, one continuous bruise. I had bruises on my feet, bruises on my chest, cuts because he wore rings, cuts across my face, like from getting hit in the face so many times. My jaw was all swollen up from getting punched in the face. And by a miracle of God, I don't have any like scars or abuse to show that. But I got out being scared. I got out and didn't think I was going to make it. I really thought this guy was going to kill me because he was an alcoholic, and he was so adamant about killing me and not letting me be with anybody else. And mind you, when I left, I wasn't with anybody else. I just wanted to be me and my kids. So, the next subject we're going to touch on after this video is about children being abandoned by their parents because something didn't work out in the relationship, so the parent left the child. That's another video I'm going to do. But once again, I just want to touch on this domestic violence thing. I'm tired of hearing these girls say things like, well, he didn't mean it. He shoved me across the kitchen, but he's sorry. He's looking at other girls. Okay, sorry about that. My dog went a little crazy. Not to make this video like 30 minutes long. I'm just going to say this. When you are a victim of domestic violence, you need to have a safe place. Whether it's a friend, a family, somewhere that the person that's abusing you doesn't know where it is. You need to pack a bag. Keep that bag hidden. Maybe not in the house. Somewhere that you know where it is, where you can get to it when this person's not around. You need a safe zone. It could save your life. It could very well save your life. Start saving cash. Start putting money away. If you have your own vehicle, make sure you always have gas in your car. Make sure that you always have clothes and stuff for your children in a bag somewhere. I don't care if you hide it in the basement, underneath a box. I don't care if you hide it at a friend's house. And have your friend, you could very well hide it at a friend's house, have this person meet you somewhere, like in a public place, for instance, and give you your bag, and you could go stay somewhere, maybe a friend that they've never met. Work something out with somebody so you can be safe. There are plenty of shelters for women, battered women shelters. I'm not real sure about men. My suggestion for men would be to get this woman removed from your home, take control of the situation. You have a little bit more power than women do. A little bit more power, you do. My whole suggestion on this is it could save your life. When I tell you to make sure you put $5 away, $10 away, anytime you can put a little money away, put it away. Make sure you have a bag. I'm telling you, these little type things, talk to somebody. Hey, I don't want no police report right now because I can't have the police show up in my house, but I'm being a victim of domestic violence. This person I live with is doing this to me. This person I'm living with is doing that to me. Could you hold on to this bag for me? But you got to make sure it's somebody that you trust, that you know like the back of your hand, that's not friends or even really close to the person that's abusing you. Once you're out, stay out. Don't go back. Don't go back to, oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I would never, put my hands on you again. I realize what I've lost. All I want to do is be with you and the kids. Or, baby, all I want to do is be with you, but you made me mad because you... I'm going to close this because my dog keeps going crazy at whoever's at the door and right now, or walking by the door. I just want to stress that one more time. Make sure you're putting money away. Make sure you get a bag together. Make sure you're doing things that will save you and your kid's life. Make sure you confide in somebody you can trust. Once you're out of that situation, do not go back. Things don't change. People don't change. A leopard never changes its spots. If a person can abuse you, hit you, yell at you, put you down, make you feel like crap, then that person will continue to do that as long as you let them. And if you're in a very, very, very severe domestic violence situation, you need to get out right now. If you're watching this video and you're like, oh my God, this makes so much sense, then you need to get out right now. Go. Leave. If the person's at work, leave. I don't care what you have to do. Then you report it to the police. Make sure when you get hit, you're taking pictures of these bruises when the person ain't around. Keep them in a safe place. Store them. Not on Facebook, obviously, but store them in some kind of I don't care if it's your cloud or whatever. Quit giving your passwords to this person. Don't give your passwords at all to somebody. If they want, make a fake account. Make a fake account. Put all your information in that fake account and don't tell them about it. Put a different picture on there if you have to. Put a different, email. Get a new email. Use that kind of thing. Don't give this person access to your information. So once again, I want y'all to be safe. I want to tell you guys I love you. Subscribe to my channel. And if you have any more questions about this video about domestic violence, please feel free to comment, ask me your questions, comment, whatever, and I will get back and answer them as best as I can. Okay? Domestic violence is not love. Don't get it confused.